Hi, I'm Autumn.
Hi, I'm Ella.
And we're back.
Yes, we're back since
2020.
Yes, last time we were here was 2019.
Yeah.
On to better things.
Yes. And this is Campus Conversations with Autumn and Ella.
So we wanted to start off just by talking about our breaks, because that's why it's kind of been a while.
Yeah.
Because we had 6 weeks off, which was super nice. This is our second week of school back at our side.
Yeah. Over my break, I did a couple different things. I really just kind of focused on myself mostly, though. I finished my real estate class. I still have to take the test whenever I take the test. I read a lot of good books. Like I said, I did a lot of self-exploration through reading. So now I have a kind of different mindset and outlook on life and everything. And I'm in a much better place mentally, spiritually. So that was really nice time for me over break. And then just family time, spending time with my friends, and that's really all I did.
I'm really excited for Autumn because she has come back with this whole new outlook on life, which we'll probably talk about. She actually recommended one of the books that she's been reading to me. So I'm excited about that. Otherwise, my break, I just enjoyed relaxing. I spent a lot of time with friends and family. I celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas, so that was fun. I didn't really do that much self-exploration. However, I started writing down one takeaway from every day, whether it just be something I did that day or something I was thinking about.
The next thing we want to talk about are our goals for the semester, coming back and just being second semester freshman.
Last semester was pretty good for me. I did really well, so it put me on
We both made the dean's list.
Yes,
just
we
saying.
did.
Go us.
So we're happy about that, but it put me off to a really good start, so I'm really excited to do well again this semester. We talked about our majors and stuff in the last video, our introduction, which you should check out if you haven't already.
Yeah, if you haven't already.
So I'm anthropology and sociology major. I'm thinking about adding some media and communications classes in there just to broaden my horizons a little bit. Just to hang out with everybody more, be focused, but at the same time have a really good time. I also want to go to the gym more and eat a little bit healthier. Yeah, and it's going to get warmer. My birthday's in a month, and after my birthday, it's spring break, and then we're in the home stretch, so yeah. I'm looking forward to
home
it.
Stretch.
It's okay. It's okay.
You reminded me by saying your major again. One of the things that I came back from break with was not really a new major. It was my new majors. It was my original plan, just a different path. So I'm back to psychology and neuroscience, and then I'm going to minor in English, philosophy, sociology. I got it. So yeah, that's my new plan. So my goals for the semester are to maintain my GPA, I will get it even higher than it already is. I want to stay focused and motivated on all of my goals, both academic and personal. I definitely want to add more service and extracurriculars because service has kind of become really important to me it's always been important to me, but I lost that aspect when I came to college. I want to continue forming new relationships and getting to know new people, just understanding different people and all that stuff, and then continue nurturing the relationships that I already have. Kind of want to not go home as much because my mom's my best friend and I'm a little codependent, so literally call her twice a day.
So we just wanted to talk about how the year has started off, because I think everyone was super excited for 2020, but it's our feeling that there have been a lot of negative things that have happened so far. So we just wanted to start by just going over some of those things to shed light on them because they're important.
So some of the negative events that happened over the past month were the Iran situation, the Ukrainian plane crash, the Australian bushfires, the coronavirus, Kobe Bryant dying and his daughter dying, and there are other people affected by that situation. But not everything is about the negative. That's why we just wanted to reflect on it, not to hold that over the bigger picture, but just to just reflect on that, because it would be hard to think about the positive without reflecting on the negative first. But there have been a lot of positive things. It's another thing that's kind of sad because the news doesn't really cover the positive things, so it was really hard to find specific events that are positive, but there's so many little things that happen every day throughout the world that are so meaningful, and people overlook those things and take them for granted because Earth is Earth and You've
for
been here
people.
for a while. Yeah.
We kind of just wanted to focus this video on bringing the positive things to light because everybody knows what happens in our world that's
Right.
negative. Even if you don't go out of your way to watch the news, you're going to find out about it somehow. And while I think that it's very, it's important to acknowledge these things, to be upset about these things because it's completely natural to be upset, we still have to focus on what's ahead and our futures because that's the only way we can keep going.
So some of those positive things, it's just so amazing. Like, people forget how awesome being a human is, being on Earth is, and like every day somebody somewhere is taking their first breath, taking their first steps, open their eyes for the first time. Someone's achieving their goals. We're currently in the most advanced time in our Earth's existence, and our species has gotten so used to being here that we've forgotten how spectacular it is to be here in the first place. So every little thing like that happens is a positive thing, and those positive things should be outweighing the negative, but they're not. So we just wanted to encourage all of you to think of the positive things and don't dwell on the negative, because there's so much more ahead and in the present than there is that we've left behind.
Exactly, and I know, well, my parents at least, when they're so invested in the news and everything that's going on, that my mom has just decided I need to put it down. I can't look at it anymore because it brings me so much stress, and it's so true. My point is, like, out of every negative thing comes a positive thing, so just everything that has happened this year so far has made me not lose faith, but I can just take good things from it. I'm just happy to wake up and to be able to live my day out and to talk to Autumn all the time,
Yes.
and talk to our other friends, and to enjoy the things that are meant to be enjoyed.
Life is meant to be enjoyed. It's not supposed to be this hard. And
Exactly.
we will get to how later on in our...
But if life is hard and it's hard to make adjustments, that is okay.
Yeah, it's okay for life to be hard, but it's not supposed to be that way. Another really positive thing that we wanted to bring attention to as this month comes to a close and February starts is MLK Day that happened earlier this week?
January
MLK
20th.
Day. Yes, January 20th. MLK's legacy is very important, and at our Sinus, the community honors his legacy very much so than I think a lot of other places do, and so that really stood out to both of us, which is why we wanted to include it in this video, because his legacy of love and equality and peace is so important, especially in these times, that we feel that everyone should be doing those things every day. It shouldn't be one day a year when you can honor MLK's legacy, Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy, or to do service, or to be a good person, or to lend a hand to somebody else. You should be doing those things, if you can be doing those things, every single day.
And for everything MLK stood for, just the fact that it's 50 years later, and there should be things that we should be doing to honor everything he stood for.
So we picked two quotes, one for each of us that we both felt really resonated with us. So you want to do yours?
Sure. My quote was, "If you cannot do great things, you can do small things in a great way." I like this quote because in my life, I just constantly think about how it's hard to do something that stands out so much, and I'm so caught up with wanting to do big things, with wanting to not make my name known, but like to make a big impact on the world. And sometimes that's either not like possible right away, or you have to start small. So I think to like do small things in a great way is just a great way to start by making impacts on your community with other people, and eventually I think that can really amount to something bigger. And I'm looking forward to throughout my college, because I already feel myself like wanting to come out and wanting to do good deeds, and that really makes you feel just so much better as a person. And I think that's something I will work on, and everyone should work on, just starting small.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Taking the steps.
Yes. Every step, every milestone, every success, it all counts. Like, people think that they can't do great things, or that great small things can't be great, and they can.
It's possible for everyone.
Yeah, it really is. Love that. The quote that I chose is, faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. And that one really resonates with me. One, because my brand new tattoo, it says focus and faith. You can't really see it, but
It's so cute.
I already had the focus, and I added the faith because, like I said, over winter break, I really opened myself up to a new kind of energy and mindset, and a lot of that has to do with not religion, but spirituality, which I'll explain later, because that's a whole other conversation. But I just love that quote because people have so much fear, so much anxiety about living and about not having direction and being afraid to take risks and take chances. But life is all about learning and growing and falling and getting back up. So one of the things I'm really trying to do going forward is to let my faith be bigger than my fears, because fear is only going to hold you back, and having faith will always put you on the right track and put you in the right direction. It's just you have to find something first to have faith in, and I think the easiest way to do that is to just have faith in yourself first. So
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, that is a snapshot of what we look like behind closed doors.
We literally
promise you it's not weird.
Yeah, we're like kind of in love with each other, but like in a platonic soulmate kind of way.
Yeah, because we are soulmates.
Yes, we are soul sisters.
Soul sisters, yeah.
Yeah, there's still so much hope. Like, I'm so optimistic, and the book that I was talking about that I got for Ella, I got for several other friends because it's just such a powerful book. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you want to check it out, it's honestly one of the most transformative books I've ever read, and we'll talk about that in another episode, but I just keep referencing the book, so I had to say the name. Great book, honestly.
Gotta give them credit.
Yeah, just don't lose sight of the bigger picture, all the opportunities that are still out there and still exist. Our world's not fucked yet.
Well, it's a little fucked.
Yeah, a little fucked,
but it's
we
okay.
we can
people
create
like
a
us
better,
want to change the world, and if there's more people like us, well, I would say we're pretty great people. There's more people who want to change the world, who are dedicated to taking the small steps and opening their minds. Then imagine how cool that would be.
Literally imagine the world we could create if everyone worked together.
And that's also what we want to do. We really want to take the time to try to educate people or just to have conversations that wouldn't usually be had.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing I wanted to say is all these things going on, even if you don't have to care about them, if where you are in life is you're coasting, you're doing well,
you're privileged.
That's what I'm saying. If you're privileged and you don't have to care about the things, you should care about them because it's so important.
It affects you even if you don't think it does.
And imagine having compassion for someone who might not have what you have will open your eyes so much, and it's partly what MLK wanted, just service, being open to everyone and
Yes,
accepting
exactly.
everyone and thinking of everyone as equal, thinking of just because you have it okay, imagine if you were in the same position as somebody else in their shoes.
And going off of that, I went to an event here the other day, and a woman spoke who's a lawyer, and she does social justice work, and the title of the event was called Service is the Rent We Pay. And that just really resonates with me because it's so true. Service is the rent we pay to be here, to be on earth. If you have privilege and power, then you have a responsibility to give back, to serve, to give to others what they couldn't give to themselves, because you have it. If you have it, then you can. If you have something to give, then you need to be giving. Period.